Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel, and this is my 2018 report for you, Leo. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a look at what's going on for you this year. I have done a short 2-minute, straight to the point for those people that want to sort of have it in a nutshell, straight to a point as well. And this is my more intensive, comprehensive reading. Okay, so this year, Leo, for you, expect the unexpected. All right, I mean, we've got eclipses, we've got Uranus moving into your career zone, Saturn's into your work zone. It's lots of movement, and in like every corner of your life on the angles. So life is likely to change, but it can be better and better than you imagine. So there's lots of planetary changes this year that from slower moving outer planets that, like, for instance, Saturn is a 3-year transit. Uranus is an 8-year transit. Jupiter moves every year, of course, so that's going to be 1 year. And Chiron, the planet, the healer, that's known as the wounded healer, is going to move as well, transit into another sign, which will be an 8-year planet. So it's a very exciting year. And certainly as Capricorn moves into the sign that it rules, or one of. But let's start off and have a look at money. So we're going to go through the areas of life, there's some major areas of life, see what's going on. Then we'll have a look at what comes up for, just like a quick view of what comes up for month. And then, of course, we'll be looking at it through the year in the weekly and the monthly written reports, the daily, monthly, weekly written reports, and of course the weekly video reports, which I'll continue to do, but they'll probably best be those quick snapshots, which I know some people like, some people don't. So that's the thing in life, isn't it? You can't please everybody. So all right, so with love, I mean, family values are important this year, and anybody that you have as a romantic partner needs to really understand this and have the same strong values themselves. I mean, a spiritual connection can really get your attention this year as well if you're looking for love, but it's not just spiritual. It's a combination of mind, body, spirit package. I mean, you're Leo, of course you're going to want it all, so that really comes up strongly for you. And we do have eclipses in your sign, and also opposite still in your relationship area. So this sort of highlights endings and beginnings and new starts. And even that doesn't mean to say if you're in a relationship you're going to leave it, but it does highlight that your relationship can change. And really that 7th house area is all relationships. We just tend to sort of think of it as more romantic relationships, okay? But your relationship can sort of change in some way and alter, and mainly because you're growing. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, as you grow, I mean, what you thought and the goals that you set and what you wanted to do, even like a month ago, or certainly a year, 5 years, or 10 years ago, it's going to be different now. So as you learn and grow, so do your what you want out of life and your attitude. So that just goes to say that relationships sort of move in that way too. It's sort of like a give and take, like you're sort of moving together or you're moving apart. I mean, of course, the idea is that you move together, so that's sort of the way. But with the eclipses, it's more like the moon energy is emotional energy anyway, and the eclipses are more intense. And some of these eclipses are partial or full, or the super moons, which means that they're closer to Earth, so there's more of a pull. And there are a couple of months where there's 2 full moons in each month, so it's a really intense sort of time with it being in your sign and right opposite there. And for the full moon, it means that if the full moon is opposite, then we've got the sun in your sign, the moon opposite, and vice versa if it's in your sign. So it does highlight changes, all right? So you want to get ready for that. As I said, expect the unexpected this year. And certainly with Jupiter in your home and family area, there's a lot more emphasis on around the home and family. And opportunities can come through in this area as well. And November next year, when Jupiter is going to move into the next sign, which is Sagittarius, and for you, it's your solar 5th house. This is an area where love affairs can start, okay? So it's a very good place to connect with people and meet people. So there's a lot of focus on love, relationships, and home and family, okay? But that's not all, okay? So there's also much excitement around your career. Lots of opportunities coming there too. And for some of you, you're likely to have a new direction, so you want to keep an open mind. Don't rule anything out, okay? So stay in touch with your dream, get in touch with what it is that you really, really, really want to do. What is your end game, your end outcome that you want, okay? And keep that fresh in your mind. Really intensify the emotion on that. And once you know what that is, then you can achieve the outcome, okay? The trick is to know it and to get in touch with that, all right? So, and really things can come out of the blue this year because Uranus is going to move into your career zone. Now, it's moving into moving into Taurus, so we've got like a lot of, it's like about love and money, and quite often they can go together as well, but it's about abundance on love and money. And so life can change this year for you, and change for the better, and change overnight as well, because Uranus revolutionizes everything. And I don't think I said that correctly, but I'm not going to try it again. And the Taurus energy, as I said, it's about love and money. So the whole financial system can, be like new, so you can be looking, you want to sort of look into a new way of doing business, a new way of handling your money, how you're doing your money. Look at the other forms of currency that are out there at the moment, like the bitcoins and different sort of electronic sort of currencies, and just go in to have a learning expedition on that, okay? Because for the first part of the year, Uranus is still in your area of knowledge. And what's interesting here is that Chiron, which is the planet of, it's like the healing planet, slow-moving planet, is going to be moving into this area of knowledge for you again. And it's in your soul purpose area. So there is an opportunity to really break down barriers. And barriers, what I mean by barriers is to break down things that are holding you back. Some of that can be just blocked energy, okay? Some of it can be childhood conditioning. Some of it can be past life conditioning that you sort of bring in. So this is a great time, particularly, well, it's like an 8 or 9 year transit, but when a planet is either leaving a sign or ingressing into the other sign, it's like at what we call a critical degree, so it's intensified. So what you do in this next say 6 months or next year particularly will help to set solid foundations down. Now, particularly as in your sixth house, your area of work and productivity, Saturn, the planet that rules business and big business and authority in that sense, is in this area. So Saturn moved into this area of your chart late December, 22nd of December, I think it is. And it moves into Capricorn. Now, it rules Capricorn. It's one of the signs that it rules. So it's very, very comfortable here. The other thing is Pluto is in this area. Pluto's a slow-moving planet. It's been in there for, quite a while. It's going to be in there for let's see, through to 2024. So, but Pluto, the thing about Pluto and the thing about Capricorn and Pluto being together in this area of your chart for you, Leo, is Pluto is a planet of transformation, and Capricorn builds things up. So anything that's not working, Pluto tends to break down, and Saturn in Capricorn will build it up. So it's a very powerful connection. The two aren't going to rub shoulders, the exact degree until 2020, I think it is. But still, there's in that vibration, in this area of work, productivity, and restructuring. This is a 3-year transit for Saturn. So it's a huge opportunity for you to restructure your life. And it's restructuring your business and restructuring how you spend your time, who you send it with. It's also a focus on looking after yourself, on your health and well-being. Okay, so there seems to be this year for you, there's spiritual advancement with the Chiron and with Saturn, just looking after you, putting you and your health and well-being first, okay, and building business. And the fitter you are, the more stamina you have, the healthier you are, the cleaner you get the body, the more business you're going to be able to do, and the more money you'll make. And we know Leo loves money because you just love to live a good life, okay, and good for you. So you've got a motivation there, you've got a mission, and that drives you forward, okay. So there's lots of great stuff happening. And, when we talk about money specifically, it's really time to put the past behind you. You want to take note of the lessons that you've had and not repeat them, okay? It's time to learn from the lessons, take note of them, and go, okay, I got that. Thank you very much for the lesson, because now I'm wiser, I'm more knowledgeable, and I can move forward on a better footing and really make my life happen in the way that I wanted to. All right. So, and then, we do have Chiron will be in. We've got moving out of your secondary monetary position, but Neptune is staying there. Another slow moving out planet, going to be there through to 2026. And I think I said Pluto 2026. Pluto's in 2024. It moves. So just to save any confusion there. So it's a great time for you all around this year. So what you need to do is just harness the energy and, stay on point. Now, for spiritual advancement, looking after yourself on a physical level is really important. And it's like when you have pride in yourself and pride in your appearance, that's when it then opens the gateway for the inner development, because once you feel great about who you are and striding down the street with your head held high, throwing that mane of hair around. Well, it's like, then you've got the confidence, the self-awareness, the self-confidence, which opens the gateway to self-awareness. And that really I see, and particularly with the Saturn and the Pluto, supporting that's where I see that a lot of your development, your self-awareness and self-development comes from. As always, Leo, All right, so let's have a look and whiz through the months and see what comes up there. So, in January, there's like reorganization in January. A lot of focus on your health and well-being, okay? So right off the start of the month. So great time for an image overhaul, great time for a clean out. Get rid of the clutter, get rid of anything, things, people, situations that are no longer useful for you, and restructure, refine, cleanse, okay? That's how your year starts off. So then we go into February. February is more about relationships, and it's very much about learning unconditional love. Yeah, that's a thought, isn't it? That's one of those words that is much easier to say than to do, but it's, it could indicate that you perhaps will have some lessons there to sort of, forgiveness, I guess, comes with unconditional love, or the other way around. So moving forward in March, there's an opportunity to learn something new in March. You could be delving into a new area of, development, or a new area of learning something that's particularly going to be good for your business, because connections in business, and as Uranus moves into the next sign, into Taurus in May. So April, May, there's more focus on actually putting the restructure into business and getting some dollars back from that restructure that you did in the start of the year. I'm not saying that you're not going to get any dollars before then, but there seems to be an insurge of cash coming through then. And when we get to the middle of the year, see June and July, there's still like a lot of energy on relationships. There seems to be a big year for relationships, and a big year just to restructure your life. So, as I started off, your life can change this year. So, something unexpected could certainly, come through. There's a new start in August in some way, okay? And lots of communication going on about that, and communication of how you can move forward. It does seem to be still around restructuring and business, but certainly there's like an initiation of something, a trigger that pushes you forward for something new. The same goes through September. There's a lot of there's focus on your home and family life in September, and Jupiter is in this area, as I mentioned earlier. So, there is that focus with the Jupiter just opening up opportunities, and because it's in Scorpio, it's opening up opportunities for you to really share more of yourself with those that you are closest to, okay? And then we go through, leading up to the end of the year, that focus on the family. It goes through September and October. And then let's see, November, when we have Jupiter will move into the next sign, and very, very good for love, as I said to you earlier. So that's kind of like when Jupiter moves into Sagittarius, there's like very romantic. If you're looking for love, I'm not saying that you're not going to get love before then, but it's highlighted as a hot spot, okay, for November and December, and certainly November is a huge family time as well. And of course, here in the US of A, it's Thanksgiving, which is traditionally a family time. So, and we start the year off very much, starting a new pattern and business sort of kicks off again. So there you go. So it's a very exciting year. I do hope something amazing and special happens for each and every one of you. And thank you so much for following me. And if you're not subscribe to my newsletter on jenniferangel.com, then I would encourage you to do that. I do have a couple of free giveaways on there. So a Love for Life exercise and a rapid relaxation exercise. So you can go ahead and see and get them downloaded. So much love to you. Happy New Year. And I hope that we can look forward to connecting next year every single week. Bye for now.